city of Altamont faces an expensive problem. We'll hear from city officials about a dramatic increase in the price of natural gas. Some four-state animal lovers go to great lengths to keep their furry family members safe.
The four states most watched news starts now.
We finally have some good weather news. The snowfall is finished, but the cold temperatures will hang around a little longer. This is KOAM News at 6. Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Hey, Dow. Yeah, we got another round of snow, of course, last night into the morning hours. Most of us right around 4 inches. It was a very wet snow compared to the last snow, and it accumulated pretty quickly. But with the sunshine today, the roads are actually in pretty good shape. The plows have been out really for 24 hours. So most of the roads are doing pretty good. We still have to deal with the very cold temperatures, plus any slushy roads now that the sun is gone. Of course, it's going to become very icy over the next couple hours. But 23 was our high. We started at 10 during the morning hours, and we did get some sunshine. Some clouds have kind of thickened back up over the past couple hours, but all the snow is off toward the east and also to the southeast. Major winter storm going on for parts of Arkansas into the Tennessee River Valley, but that's not going to affect us. We still have the cold temperatures, most of us 18 to about 20 degrees. We still have a wind chill. It's not much of one. It sits at about 10 degrees, but still a very cold night for us tonight as we drop back all the way down to about 5 degrees. So you want to keep those faucets dripping once again through the overnight hours tonight. We do start to warm up. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Thanks, Doug. Residents of Altamont, Kansas are told to prepare for the worst, hope for the best as natural gas prices hit historic highs. KOAM Zach Dodge has what the city is doing to try to avert a crisis.
Officials in Altamont, Kansas say they've been working nonstop trying to keep gas flowing into the city. On Tuesday, their natural gas supply was reduced by 25%.
So to maintain our gas flow into the city, we're actually using 25% of our reserve.
Originally, the city had shared on Facebook that Southern Star Central Gas Pipeline had initiated the reduction. But Southern Star says that's not the case, and the city has since changed the post.
Southern Star holds several transportation and storage contracts with companies like Kansas Municipal Gas Agency, which is the contract holder for the city of Altamont.
So the city is asking residents to conserve gas as much as possible, but supply isn't the only issue.
The gas prices over the last few days have gone up almost 200 times their normal price.
Shield says prices have gone from $3 per unit to more than $200 per unit, meaning it would cost the city $500,000 for a months-long supply.
With any small city, it's going to be a financial strain on us.
Shield says they're in communication with Kansas Municipal Gas Agency to figure out a plan for the price, and they're trying to avoid passing that increase down to residents. But they want residents to hope for the best and prepare for the worst in case the natural gas to the city is shut down.
We feel very good that we're going to be able to maintain this, but it's a day-by-day situation.
In Altamont, Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
We reached out to the Kansas Municipal Gas Agency but did not get a response. We also spoke with State Representative Ken Collins, who says other communities, including Mulberry and Uniontown, are in a similar situation. Grove, Oklahoma's city manager asked customers of the Grove Municipal Services Authority to cut down on natural gas use. He says gas reserves are depleted. Homeowners served by the GMSA should limit their use of gas appliances and lower their thermostats to 68 degrees or below. The city manager also asks businesses to cut gas consumption and close if possible. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt wants federal help in dealing with the aftermath of the winter storms. He seeks a federal disaster declaration. If approved, the declaration would allow for reimbursement to cities, counties, and tribes for costs of eligible emergency protective measures related to mass care and sheltering operations through FEMA's Public Assistance Program. It would also authorize federal resources to assist state and local governments as they continue to respond to the impact of the storm. The Grand River Dam Authority Police Department releases the name of the man who died after falling through ice on Grand Lake earlier this week. They say he was 53-year-old Greg Garner from Broken Arrow. The GRDA police believe Garner went onto the ice to rescue 2 dogs that had fallen through. Garner also fell through and died. Authorities believe the dogs did as well. The cold temperature doesn't just force people to stay indoors. Farm animal owner Susan Blaylock has 4 one-month-old goats, or kids. She keeps them inside her home in Fairland, Oklahoma. The kids are all orphans. They don't have a mother to go to for natural warmth. They've been inside for about 2 weeks now. Blaylock has set up a comfortable and safe environment in her mudroom.
I have not had goats in my house before, but I'm just thankful I have the pens and panels to put up to keep them in. They all sleep like on top of each other, right immediately under the heat lamp. The last couple of nights, because it's been so cold at night, though, I added a space heater just kind of blowing in that room to keep them warm.
The kids might not return outside anytime soon. Blaylock plans to keep them in her mudroom or garage until temperatures are consistently around 50 or 60 degrees. Assistance is available for ranchers who've suffered livestock losses due to the cold. To apply, ranchers must submit documentation to the USDA within 30 days of when the loss is first apparent. That documentation should include proof of death, like pictures with dates, proof of beginning inventory, proof of normal mortality rates, and a copy of the rancher's growers' contracts. Conservative radio icon Rush Limbaugh is dead after a battle with lung cancer. Limbaugh was born in southeast Missouri, Cape Girardeau. He grew up there with former Missouri Lieutenant Governor Peter Kinder. Kinder today spoke about his longtime friend after learning of his death.
He loved Cape, loved southeast Missouri, and had absolute confidence in our people. And it's a sad day, but a day to pay tribute to a great American.
Limbaugh was famous for his polarizing views on everything from pop culture to politics. He was 70 years old. Still ahead, the winter storm continues to cause issues in the fight against COVID-19 as local health officials are forced to cancel more COVID-19 vaccination clinics. And later, there is some fun to be had in the snow. Just ask the folks hitting this hill in Joplin. Officials cancel a mass vaccination clinic in Joplin, but plan a smaller one. The original clinics scheduled for tomorrow and Friday are off. Those were for a second dose of the vaccine. But the city is opening a clinic for 27 eligible patients to receive their vaccines.
We are still conducting other second dose clinics, so not all of our second dose clinics are canceled. It's the second dose clinic that was tied to the National Guard event.
You can find information for how to register for the smaller clinic on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Mercy Health officials tell us you can wait as long as 6 weeks after your first dose to get your second. Freeman Hospital cancels its vaccine clinic schedule for tomorrow. Officials say it's due to the weather and the potential danger it presents for people getting a vaccine.
Ice everywhere and unprecedented cold, and a lot of our patients in this round are more frail and have other health problems that getting out on the ice and putting their health at risk was not the best call.
Officials say the clinic will be rescheduled, but they haven't said when. Doug Hetty is up next with his complete forecast, and later, plumbing repairs can be costly. Who knows that better than the guys you have to pay to do the repairs? We're going to hear from the president of Roto-Rooter about the best way to avoid giving his company a call.
Well, another round of snow for us last night into the morning hours today. In fact, we still have some light flurries that are spitting out there, but the accumulated snow is gone with. And we did get 4 inches some areas upwards of 5, but 4 inches out of this last storm. So for the season, 17.5 inches. We've had almost an inch of ice. Average snowfall in the winter season around here, it's actually dropped over the past 20, 30 years, but it's about 12 inches. And last year we had 9.5 inches. So we've almost doubled what we got last winter. Look at the snow amounts this week. This is from the Sunday, Monday snow, and then again the late Tuesday and Wednesday snow. But most of Kansas, 6 to 9 inches, and then you can see right through northeastern Oklahoma into southwestern Missouri, a pocket of 9 to 12. Officially here in Joplin, we've had 11 inches. Of course, we've melted 2 or 3, but still we got a snowpack of about 7 or 8 inches, and that's going to allow those temperatures to drop off once again for us tonight. If we look back at this month so far, the first week was actually pretty good. We had 50s, we had 60s, and then it was the weekend of the 6th and 7th. The Arctic air came in, we started to get the ice, so we had ice and snow last week, and then look at our temperatures. We just got colder each and every day until we finally hit a high of 1 degree on Monday, and then we've rebounded just a bit over the past couple days. But it is still going to be very cold for us tonight. Most of us right now are sitting 18 to 20 to about 23 or 24 degrees, and we have a wind chill. It's not as bad as it's been the past couple days, but still a wind chill factor in that 10 to 15 degree range. Through the evening hours, we're going to continue to get a few random flurries or even a quick little burst of light snow, but the accumulated snow is done. We'll drop back through the teens, but all the way down to about 5 degrees. So another bitterly cold night for us tonight behind this storm system, and finally we'll start to get the Arctic air pushing out of here as we go through the next couple days. Look at the band of snow for us last night. Very heavy, really, from about 10 p.m. until about, let's say 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then it started to decrease just a little bit, but we still have some light little flurries, light little random snow showers out there, which are going to continue at least for the next several hours, and then I think those will start to taper off. I don't expect any really additional accumulation. Well, the big snow now down through Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, and also Mississippi, but we are going to see some improvements. This storm system kicks out, we get rid of the Arctic air, looks pretty good by the time we head into the weekend, and then our next storm system will start to affect us by the time we head into Sunday, but temperatures are definitely going to become much warmer. For us tonight, again, we drop back into the mid-single digits. Tomorrow, very similar to our temperatures today. I think most of us low to mid-20s, so we're still in the Arctic air. Starting at 5:20 by noon, high temp at 24, but we start to see improvements as we head toward the weekend, which is great. So 24 tomorrow, and then finally 31 on Friday, so the Arctic air is gone, near 40 Saturday, and then chances for rain on Sunday.
Looking at those upper 50s a week from now, that'll certainly be welcome.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have about a 75, 80 degree swing.
Wow, that's remarkable. Doug, thanks. Still ahead, a Kansas couple thought they were medically exempt from rolling blackouts until it happened, and how to avoid a costly plumbing repair. An Overland Park, Kansas couple says power outages are a life and death situation for them. That's why they applied for a medical exemption in cases of rolling outages. But as Abby Dodge reports, they were not spared when winter weather forced the power company to start cutting electricity.
Cal and Paula Kingman moved about 2 years ago, and they claim they submitted a form to make sure the power company had them on a list of people with medical needs. Cal is paralyzed and has been for 38 years. He needs certain equipment to help him breathe.
I was in panic mode. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Worried if it didn't come back on, what we're going to do.
Paula even enlisted friends and family to call the power company. For 4.5 hours, nothing worked. When the power finally came back on, we pushed for answers.
I'm just wanting to make sure this doesn't happen again. You have the form.
Yeah, I don't have any medical form online for you.
During this time of fear, Cal was thinking of other people with disabilities.
I mean, I have enough trouble, but there's a lot of them worse off than I am. What are they supposed to do? If the power light shuts your power off, you know, they know they got you. They know you got to have power. They generally don't have any empathy or anything for it.
Again, that was Abby Dodds reporting. The company, Evergy, says its goal was to limit outages to 90 minutes. Probably heard this before. You might have even heard it from us. But when the temperatures drop, drip your faucets. It helps prevent frozen and broken pipes, something the folks at Roto-Rooter have seen often this last week. But don't drip just the cold water.
Actually leaving a hot water line running just a little bit, because when you run your hot water line, the water comes in cold, right? So, and then it enters the water heater, and that's where it's heated. So by running your hot line, you're actually moving the hot and the cold water all at once.
Well, Banks also says if you have a crawl space, you should make sure it's blocked off from the elements. Carterville, Missouri residents should boil their water. The city issued a boil advisory after a water main break this morning. That break left the whole city without water. Crews say the well, seal, and bearings went out, and they believe the failure was caused by high demand on the well pump over the last 2 days. The city will have to install a new pump. The city will pass out free cases of water to residents at the Carterville Community Center. It's currently a 2 case per household limit. Final check on the weather is next. Take time now to honor a local veteran, Virginia Dunn. The Asbury, Missouri native worked as a nurse during the Korean War and Operation Desert Storm. And we are proud to salute Virginia Dunn, tonight's four-state hero. The weather isn't all bad news, especially if you enjoy sledding. We caught up with a couple of families hitting the slopes at Roanoke Park in Joplin.
I've lived in Missouri my whole life and hardly ever get to do this. Every time it comes down, I always want to do it, and I always figure out a way to do it. It's pretty fun.
The wind chill is negligible. It's perfect sledding conditions. It's a little chilly, but in comparison to the last few days, it almost feels warm.
I did roll over a couple of times, and yeah, I did wipe out a lot, but it was fun.
Well, that's sledding without a wipeout or 2 or 3. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on our sister station, Fox 14. We're going to hear more about several people bringing farm animals inside homes to keep them warm during these low temperatures. Plus, the debate over whether renewable energy is reliable energy when it's most needed. And 2 Italian wine lovers concoct a way to experience some of the world's best wines by listening to them. Those stories, a lot more, tonight, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Let's check back with Doug Heddy for an update on this weather.
All right, Dow, still a very cold night for us tonight. Temperatures are going to drop back to about 5 degrees, and any slushy roads out there, of course, are going to refreeze. So still, we're going to have mainly side and back roads are still going to be pretty slick during the morning hours for us tomorrow. But partly sunny skies, 24 during the afternoon, down to single digits again for us tomorrow night, but getting better by the weekend.
It's welcome news. Thanks, Doug. To stay up to date on the latest news, weather, and sports, just download the KOAM News app. It doesn't cost a thing. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Again, all you have to do is search for KOAM News app. Might as well do it right now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 and here on Channel 7 at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
If you see news happen